Namaste and warm welcome to my viewers. Today is a very special occasion as VL Astrology completes 8 years, wonderful years, I would say, on YouTube. So, over these years, it has been a journey of learning, sharing, growing with all of you and with the members and the guests, special guest today. He has been part of my journey and has been imparting his knowledge and deep insights and clarity of thoughts that he has unique way of blending classical wisdom with the practical life. Bhabajeet, I welcome you all to my channel and I welcome Bhabajeet to my channel as well. And really, really inspiring person for one and all, I think. Welcome, Bhabajeet, to my channel.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much for making time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation. And first of all, congratulations on completing 8 years. It's a long journey. I've been there myself, so I can understand how much patience is required to go on. And I see your channel almost every day. You are uploading videos, or you are uploading on trendy topics, transits, and all. So I'm sure there will be many more years in this journey. And thank you for your invitation. It's great to be with you in such a special occasion. So
Thank you.
today,
Thank you so much.
I was thinking what topic should I speak. Then I saw there's already so much astrology in your channel and in my channel. But I mean the technical side of astrology. But I think there are a lot of other things which are missing, which I have. And because today, since it's like a 8 year journey milestone, so I thought I can share some things which I have learned in the 8 years journey of astrology
Wow,
via
that
YouTube,
would be wonderful.
rather than just sharing on transits or this or that. So I've I've experienced that when you are learning astrology, it is not like learning science, maths, or computer science. It's not like that. Like if you are learning science, maths, computer science, you will learn like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe 12 hours, and then you stop. But astrology is not like that. It initially it is like that. You are learning the details, like this house, this planet, all this. But gradually it goes to the next level, or ideally it should go to the next level. So next level means you are trying to connect everything that is happening in your life with astrology, at times with your own chart also, which gets a bit obsessive at times, like oh, this planet is transiting here, that is why this good thing happened, that is why this bad thing happened. Okay, which is okay. But in a larger context, if you take very simple example, like nakshatras, for example, very, very, very simple example. Like you will always see when moon is transiting a particular nakshatra, let's say Uttar Falguni nakshatra, regardless of what is going on in the universe. There is world war going on, there is a pandemic going on, or whatever is going on, some deal negotiation, some friend will call and give you some offer, hey, let's do this together, like, or some family member, could be some relative, could be your spouse, could be your own family, like your parents, children, anybody, somebody will want to do something together with you. It will always happen. Like, to what extent that will manifest, that will depend on your chart. But every Uttar Falguni you will always see that this will happen. So that means it is not just you are reading and writing in a book, today we have this nakshatra, this will happen. No, it's not like that. It's like a part of us, actually a part of our life. It is that does not happen with any other science, I would say, or it may happen, but with astrology it happens all over the place. Like, even if you see which dasha you are running, so somebody is running Mercury dasha. I had a friend who was running Mercury antar dasha had started. So he told me that he had gone for shopping, and I asked him, what did you buy? He said, I bought a blazer, nice big blazer for myself. So then I just asked him, uh, don't tell me the color. Did you buy green by any means? So he said, yes, it is green, like, dark green, army colored green. Oh, so he was like shocked. He's like, how do you know it? Do you have some psychic power, telepathy, are you doing black magic, this, that, how do you know? I said, thankfully, I know astrology, nothing else is required. So he was like, wow, even the color is known. So I asked him, why did you buy green color? He said, I don't know. I just went and there were so many colors. I just liked green. I picked it. So he was like, nobody told me, and I also did not decide that I will buy green color. But I just went and like others were nice, but this blazer green color was extraordinarily good. And then I asked him, did do you have liking for green color in general? So he said, no, nothing like that. I don't have any particular liking, but today somehow I like this, so I bought it. So basically, what is happening? He's uh, he's behaving as per the antardasha basically, and that is what we say, right? That dashas will tell you everything. So as we are learning astrology, it is important that we don't just limit it to books. We bring it out of the books, like it's not a bookish thing anymore. It's much more than that, and it tells you everything almost. Like if you can study, it's a science. If you can study, you will know everything. For example, you are looking at a person's behavior. You see a person is a bit arrogant, a person is a bit like full of himself or herself, a bit like has a high ground, okay, like tries to pull others down. So then you look at their chart, you'll understand, okay, maybe there are some placements, like Mars Rahu are conjunct, or in their date of birth they have 9 and 4 together, something like that. So, but and then you know that this person has been doing it for many many lifetimes like this, so that is why even in this life, in their chart, this combination is present. And then if that person is asking you, how can I change this nature, which is mostly not the case. Arrogant people don't feel they have to change. It's like always the people who are on the other side, they think, oh, I need to improve myself, I want to become better. A person who is arrogant will always think, oh, I am already the best, I am at the top. So it does not happen generally. But sometimes, you can see in the chart if there are good influences, like Jupiter is aspecting good house, or the ninth lord is very supportive. Then that maybe, if not today, if not tomorrow, maybe in some dasha, okay, maybe after 5 years, 10 years, this person might become a bit receptive. And then if you have to maintain a relationship with a person, you can be patient. Okay, after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or maybe even after 10 years, this person might change, might not like completely change, but I might get a chance to introduce him to spirituality, and the person might accept that there is somebody superior to him also. God is there, right? God is a bit more powerful than him, right? Or her. Difficult to accept. So then you know how should I deal with this person. And it's amazing, like for all family members, like okay, this is my father, my mother, if you have their charts, your spouse, your children, and it's amazing that you can use astrology in so many different ways. It is like it's not just to predict career. It's like everything. What gift you should give to a person. No, if you are confused, oh, this person's birthday is there, my friend, what should I give? Okay, so then astrology can tell you. So astrology needs to become to become more like a part of your life. It's like, it has to become like a second brain altogether. Like anything and everything you are doing, you are trying to take help of astrology. You may not be doing like you may not see astrology always 24/7, but when you are wanting to do something prominent, it is great that uh, you are using astrology to benefit yourself and to others. And always we should try to do it scientifically, not dogmatically or not in a general perspective. Like for example, oh, he's Leo ascendant, he's like this, gone, that's it. No, that does not work. So whenever we are seeing somebody that this person is behaving like this, it is not just because this person is, Leo, the person is a bit arrogant, or like Aries, the person is very impatient. It does not work like that. I have seen always, the last so many years. So we have to combine, we have to, like, try to bring everything together, and then we can get to know at the end who is this person. Like, okay, this person has sun in the ascendant, so the person is a bit full of himself, but the person also has Mars in the fifth house. So that means the person is like super inspired, and the person wants to exert. So the person may be a bit assertive, the person may be a bit dominating. So that is how you know. So then you know how you should deal with the person. So if that person is your friend, you cannot tell the person, "Hey, let's go for a vacation." It won't work. Then you have to tell the person, "Hey, let's go for hiking. Let's take some challenge. Let's open a business together, something like that, or let's become partners." So when it comes out of the books, because astrology is very technical, there's so much information, like this planet is here, that planet is there, and in the initial years of our life we get consumed by the study, like, oh, what is this. One planet is exalted here, in the D9 it is in debility, in the D10 it is in enemy sign, in the D60 it is in friend sign. Now what will happen in my life? I don't know. So we cannot use astrology in the initial years, but gradually when you mature, you get to know more. You understand that it's not just in the books. It is like everything, everything in your life is controlled, or is rather reflected, I would.
By the way, matured, when you say you are my son's age, almost my daughter's age, in fact. So we should not be saying matured. You're seasoned. You have seen many, many horoscopes, and I'm proud of you. I must tell you, very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Please continue.
Yeah, so
So age is not to be considered, by the way, that
yeah.
Bhabajeet is young, so no, he's really, really matured.
So there is a point which comes in our study of astrology where we realize that now, so level one is, we are just studying, we are trying to get all these things together. So in that, maybe 3 4 5 years are gone. After that, this stage comes, which I mentioned, like, it has become a part of our life. Like, we are able to connect everything, we can literally use it. Like, we want to do something good, which day should I do it? We want to do something good, which day should I avoid doing it? And then i i I see the next level comes, which is like, you understand, okay, this journey is never ending, but I have to take it to the next level, which is like, I have to try to use it for my spiritual progress. Like, for example, if Jupiter dasha is going on, then I should visit a spiritual community, try to meet the guru, talk to the gurus. If Saturn dasha is going on, maybe I should stay a bit inside, in my home, and I should do some austerities, fasting or something like that. Okay, so if Mercury is going on, I should read the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata. So it's like Mercury is the student. So then every dasha comes, you can actually understand, how can I improve my physical health, or my physical existence, not just health, then my mental health, my mental existence, my intellectual understanding of life, and then of course my spiritual growth. So when we use astrology for our physical well-being, our mental well-being, and our spiritual well-being, then I think that is like the perfection of astrology. Like, I don't think Parashar Muni had written all the books, or maybe the BPHS, just to help us, predict when we are going to make money, right? I don't believe that, at least. Because yeah, he's a very great personality from whom we have Ved Vyas Muni, right? So therefore, I think the level three is when we take it to the spiritual realm, and it becomes very interesting there, because then we see, because people have a very vague conception of spirituality sometimes. They, because most of the people that we interact, they are born like from 50s to the 90s, around that age that we interact, like. And we have had our classroom model. Everybody has gone to school, everybody has gone to bachelor's, masters, many of them, then some of them have done PhD. So the same approach comes with spiritual life also at times. Oh yeah, yeah, we have to do this, we have to do that. So it is like very structured, systematic, which is very good, nothing wrong with it. But at the end, we have to realize we are an individual. We have our own likes and dislikes. Like for example, one of my friend, he's very good at singing. So I had stayed with him, in the ashram in Chennai, 2010 to 14. So I never ever saw him reading the Bhagavad Gita. Never. And my seniors, my shiksha gurus, they would sometimes, hammer him. Hey, what are you doing? You should read. And which is not wrong. I mean, as I said, everybody, there has to be some standard, right? But then I saw my seniors would force him sometimes, like, okay, at least you read once a week, one page you read once a week, that much you can do at least. So he tried, but it did not work for him. He just could not do it. And then we would tell him, okay, you can do something else. But he was like, no. So he was so much absorbed in singing. He would sing bhajan, kirtan. He would do all this. That till now, even now, after 15 years of meeting him, he is doing very well in his spiritual life. And initially, we would not say directly in his face to him, but we would think like, yeah, this person is, a bit like sentimental, and, is not like understanding scriptural philosophy. It is not good. It's okay. You like to sing, you like to, do kirtan, bhajan, all this. Great, nothing wrong. But you should understand basic philosophy, like, the Bhagavad Gita, Atma, Karma, all these things you should understand, right? But this person was not very interested in all this. But then when I went more into astrology, I approached him and I said, give me your chart. And of course, this person has exalted Venus in the trines. So needless to say, the more you tell him, because then I was like connecting with astrology. What happens when Venus goes to Mercury sign? It gets into debility. Mercury rules Virgo, Venus gets debilitated. So anytime you tell that person that go and pick up a book and study, it is like you are killing the Venus that this person has. And this person, his Venus is in the other extreme. It is in exaltation. So imagine bringing a planet from exaltation into the sign of debilitation. How painful it is for the planet and the traits and the mindset of the person. So then I realized, yeah, I mean, of course, there were many other combinations. Just a exalted Venus can't give you that level of devotion, but many other combinations. But then I understood he had only one exalted planet, which is Venus. So that means that planet will be very prominent for whole life. And his Mercury is not very strong. His, Sun is not very strong. Jupiter is reasonable. Saturn is well placed. So then I understood that no matter how much ever we insisted that, you should read the Gita, or you should do this, you should do that, it's of no use. And the good news is, we need not do it, because this person has one strong energy, and that person is utilizing this energy to go and elevate his consciousness in spiritual life. Now, if this was a normal materialistic person, this would have gone to some other extreme, like love, romance, beauty, creativity, arts, like that side, Rajasic side. But for him, it was not like that, because he had many other combinations in his chart. So then I realized, oh wow, this person may not be doing the Mercury part of spiritual life, but is doing the Venus part of spiritual life, and that's fine. That's great. You don't have to stigmatize and put people in boxes. Okay, everybody should do this. Uh, so yeah, that was a very strong realization when I understood that this person is made like this. That's the DNA. You can't change it. And yeah, the person is doing very good in his spiritual life, still in contact with me, very nice, and everything is good. I mean, at a spiritual level, everything is good. Mundane material life, there are always ups and downs. It's never steady, of course. But yeah, if I would have not known astrology, I would have kind of felt a bit like judgmental. Okay, why is this person like this? This person should not be like this. This person should be following the standard things, like getting up in the Brahma Muhurat, doing this, doing that. But then when I learned astrology and I implemented in his chart, uh, then I saw, I mean, that's who he is. So and that's the beauty of astrology. It tells us how is a person, why a person is like this. That's that's the best part. Now, of course, many people, when they are hearing this these words from me, they may say, "Oh, that means I am crooked. So my chart is like this. I have a bad Rahu, I have bad Mars." Of course, no bad behavior should be justified using any placement, any horoscope, because the very fact that you have this bad placement is a testimony that your behavior was very bad in your previous lifetimes in that particular area of life. May not be everywhere. But at the end, it is your chart, and you have to improve. You have to see how you can better every day yourself. Like once my shiksha guru, he said, every day when you are sitting to do sadhana, you should always ask yourself, is my sadhana better than yesterday's? Or is it the same, or is it getting worse day by day?
Now the audience has to tell us that in last 8 years, how much have we improved as astrologers? Because you also started in the same year as 2017 I did. You did it a few months before I did. Started making YouTube videos, and long journey together. So I'm sure um, people will tell us how much we have grown, how much
Yeah,
we have improved.
yeah, because they are seeing us almost every day, so they are the best judge.
Yeah, yeah. They have all the right to judge us, to
Yeah,
comment, and to help us improve also,
yes,
actually.
yes, because they've given us their time, no, which is the most
Yes,
valuable asset. Like, people
absolutely.
can give you money, but if they give you your time, because time is something which you can never repay, right?
I understand that. Yes,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
yeah, that is what my experience has been in the last 10, 15 years of study of astrology. It's never ending, first of all,
Yes.
and it should not be there just in the books. And the only thing I have realized is, it is connected to everything. Like, you move to a particular city, it is because of a particular dasha. So, for example, if natural benefits are involved, you may move
Hmm.
to a metro city or to a good city. If Saturn, Rahu, Ketu dashas are going on, you may move to like tier 2 or a village or something like that. So now I have understood at this point of life, don't fight your horoscope. like I realized, when, like, if you are running Rahu period, you break your head, you do what not. You want to find a home in Rahu Antardasha, Pratyantar, could be in Mahadasha also. Number 4 will be involved always. 4, 22, 30,
Should I
13.
give you my own son's example? He's in Mahadasha of Rahu, so you're bang on.
There you go.
Always,
So it
always.
is either ways. Like, as for my friend, I said, he liked it. He voluntarily picked the green color blazer. But sometimes things are forced on you. Like, if Rahu Dasha is running, it will not apply to everybody. But what I want to tell everybody is, if Rahu Dasha is running, you may end up taking a home or car number plate, the total may be 4, something like that. And 4 is not a very good number in numerology, but that's okay. So next, when your dasha changes, you may go to a new home, so that's okay. So if you have dashas of malefics like Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, especially these three, don't expect a great ambience, don't fight for it. Like for example, you want to stay at a hotel, you are seeing, and okay, by this date, my let's take a worst case situation, Saturn Mahadasha Rahu Antardasha is going to begin, and after 7 days or 10 days, or after 1 or 2 months of the dashas beginning, we want to see for a hotel. It will always happen somehow. The hotel will not be very luxurious, or or maybe the hotel is luxurious but the room will have some problem. Because problem does not mean like functional problem does not mean like the light is not there or something like that, but some discomfort will be there. Like for example, once one of my friend, he went to stay in his Ketu Mars dasha, he went to a hotel. So then I asked him, how's your experience? He said, yeah, the hotel is good, but there's one problem. What is it? He said they had this, breakfast complimentary included. He said there was only continental meal. There was no Indian meal in that. So I said, how did you adjust? He said, yeah, I had to stay for 3 nights. So I was like, okay, I can eat all this, salad, pasta, and all this. Just 3 days, just eat and forget it. So I was like, yeah, I mean, you are running Dashas of Malefics. Malefics will try to like give you restrictions somewhere, okay? So this is what I also tell people. Like many times people ask me, like when they come for consultations, they will say, oh sir, what should I do? I'm having this difficult dasha. Nothing is working that I'm doing. Itna kiya, kuch nahi hua. No result, nothing, no output. Like I'm trying, applying to 250 jobs every day. Not one single thing is clicking. I'm trying my business, my clients are unhappy with me, no new clients are coming. Like problem from all sides. In bad dashas are there. So earlier, so yeah, so now I tell them that, see, anyways, you are trying your best, try your best. But when the dasha is bad, your best will never be even average of what is required. That's the problem. Your best need not be the best. So try your best. Maybe you may get something which is like a hand to mouth job. You may get it. And then I tell, okay, after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you have a good dasha. That time you try for something big because that time destiny is favoring. So then it takes away the hopelessness from the person, where the person feels like, oh my, because when you are having a bad period from 2 3 months is fine, but from 6 months, if you are having only bad days, then the mind tells you, oh, my whole life will go like this. पूरा पूरा जीवन ऐसे ही जाएगा मेरा. The mind, because the mind is designed to like give us suffering. So the mind will say, look, your school friend has, वो कहाँ चला गया, तुम कहाँ रह गए. ओ ये मेरे साथ जॉब करता था 5 साल पहले, अभी देखो गूगल पहुंच गया, मैं इस सड़ा हुआ कंपनी में, घटिया कंपनी में रह गया. So the mind will always compare, and the mind will always torment you. I would say, like comparing कि इसका ये हो गया, उसका वो हो गया. And even if you are doing good, when dashas are bad, your mind will still like. Sometimes I see charts, people living in Delhi, Mumbai, like they have everything in life, like they have two, three Mercedes, 350 square yard home is there, big house, like, they have children, they have husband, wife, they have parents, in-laws, everything is there in their life. Like they have so much that uh, a normal person, for them to even live that life for one night is unbelievable. Maybe like they have so much that one day of their life is, it's more luxurious than the entire lifetime of a normal person, middle class person. There are people like that. but they are not happy when the dasha is bad. Then I'll ask, what is wrong? Everything is great in your life. Why are you unhappy? And the kind of reasons they will give you is like the you will feel like, I mean, it should not be a reason, but somehow when the dashas are bad, the mind will tell you. Like for example, with rich people, when they have a bad dasha, their business, their problem is not money and job and all this, or other things. Their problem is, oh, I thought I will earn like 50 crores. I have only earned like 20 crores. Okay, so but still that gap is like, they feel I am going at 50% when I can go at 100%. So I should have earned double, but I've only earned half. So they are miserable like that. Or whatever it is, like relationships, like with women, I see, like husband is earning a lot sometimes, but they are not getting personal time, so they are unhappy. Sometimes it is opposite. The husband is sitting at home and not having a job, so they are unhappy. When will my husband find a job, right? For men also, different kind of problems. But at the end, I have always seen, like, the more you try to fight with your chart, the more frustrated. I mean, imagine your dasha is already bad, and you are hyping in the opposite side. Oh, I should have become a millionaire by 35. But you need to have such dashas. You cannot become a millionaire in 1 or 2 years. Like those people who have become millionaires by 40, around late 30s or 40, like they have done very good, all self earned money, no family, nothing. For them, I have seen they have had consistent good dashas, not from 2025, from the time they were 10, 11 years. जब जब से बच्चे थे तब से दशा अच्छा है. So you will, somebody may say, okay, but they are not earning at 10, 11. 10th year, 11th year, they are just doing like 10th year, what will be? They will be in fourth standard, fifth standard, third standard, something. But because they had such a good dasha from the time they were 10, they might not have earned money, but they got a different outlook towards life. Oh, I can dream big, I can do big. So by the time they are 17, 18, they have already started their business, online business, something or the other. And by the time they are 25, they have earned like, yeah, 2, 3 crore rupees. They have earned. And in the next 10 years, they have made it like, 10 crores. So now they are like very happy. Oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm a millionaire now. But if a person who has had very bad dashas, till 35, and then after 2 years, he's comparing, oh, look, that person is a millionaire. He was my classmate. Why I could not become a millionaire? Why I could not buy, Mercedes? Why I could not take an iPhone? Why I could not take a luxury apartment in this, posh street of this metro city? But if you compare, it's of no use. Who knows? Your next dasha is better than his. So yeah, that's my learning. Like, be realistic. Always look at your chart, and never think you will like never think you will overpower your dashas. It will never happen. So if dashas are good, fly high, sky is the limit. If dashas are not good, then be on the ground, like, because what will happen if you have bad dashas and you are not on the ground, you want to fly, then you will go under the ground. So yeah, be realistic and be optimistic at the same time, because astrology's beauty is it tells us when there is a good period coming. So it is not like, okay, whole life is gone like this. It's not like that. So yeah, be optimistic, be hungry for learning, be humble, and understand. And the best, most powerful lesson of astrology, in my opinion, is it teaches you a lot of humility. Because like, if this is there in the destiny, like, the person may be a billionaire. Like, recently we saw there was this, what was that Coldplay concert. You know, that CEO, I mean, just can anybody believe, what happened recently? Also, there was this Nestle company CEO. He
Yeah.
had something with his junior and gone.
Yeah.
40
It
years
was
of
gone.
job gone. 40 years. Now,
Mm.
if somebody would have observed his life 1 month back, just 1 month, not 1 year, 10 years, 1 month back, or maybe even 15 days before, or maybe the one night before, when they came to know that he's having an affair, just one night before, you know, people will be like dreaming, oh wow, this person has such an amazing life, has everything, like, he's a millionaire, billionaire, whoever.
Sabotaged in a jiffy.
Yeah, just one night, everything is finished. Like
Finished.
40-year career gone. Same with the Coldplay, that CEO. Like everything is gone. All money is out. Everything is out. So when you have,
Stay humble. Stay
yeah,
humble.
stay humble, because one of my Shiksha guru would always say, when you have good periods, when you जब जब समय अच्छा चल रहा है तो लोगों से बना के रखना चाहिए.
कब कौन काम में आ जाए पता नहीं.
हाँ, because what happens is, when you have good periods, then you are full of yourself, and then you ruin your relationship. Ah, who are you? Tu kaun hai? I am the boss. Come and salute me. So then when you start bad periods, then that person will take the same revenge on you. So instead of getting help, the person who you abused, you bullied, they will strip you of your basic happiness, which itself is very difficult when you have a bad dasha. So imagine, you already have a bad dasha, and then they are coming to take away that also that you have. How bad your life will be, right? So be humble always. If you have a bad dasha, be patient, and if you have a good dasha, understand it may not be there always. So save for your material life, save money, invest your money, do all this that is required. Like, yeah, complete your material life, but at the same time, you have to understand that it's a matter of time. Anything can be taken away from me, right? Like I remember, famous YouTuber Vivek Bindaraji, he was telling that he had some controversy or something, like 1 year, 2 years back, something happened. So he was telling in one of his videos that he went to his Guru Maharaj when he was becoming a bit famous, not now, quite before. So he was telling that, Guru Maharaj, I have this, I have that, itne follower ho gaye, mere ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, all this. And then his Guru Maharaj told him, Krishna will not need one moment to take away everything. Just one moment he will need. And he said, तब वो बात समझ में नहीं आया था, because I was, high. So he said, अब अभी समझ में आ रहा है गुरु महाराज क्या बोले थे. तो it's like, that's why in the our Vedic culture also it is always said, that householders, married people, they should always associate with sadhu, sants, sannyasis, because they can actually tell you, they can literally see through you and your so-called horoscope. They can see, like, you are about to fall. In Bible also it is said, like pride cometh before the fall. So these great personalities, mahatmas, they are like their eyes are like x-ray machine. They don't see you, your body, they see your atma, like what covering is there. Oh, there is ego, there is arrogance, there is greed, there is lust, there is, envy. Oh, you are jealous. So yeah, they will actually, then they will exactly tell you, which will be very painful for you to hear. Like one of my friend, he went to a spiritual community. So a big guru had come, and he was asking, there was this, after the lecture, mic session, like, take the mic and ask a question. So he took the mic, and he asked, he saw the Guruji for the first time. He asked, Guruji, sometimes, we are very confused in life. क्या करे, क्या ना करे, क्या करना चाहिए? मतलब, how to not be confused in life. And this friend of mine, he was into some spiritual practices, but the time when he had seen this guru, before around 6 months, he became a bit slack. He was not doing his sadhana and all these things. Like he was like, but then he got the news, this guru is coming. So he was like, okay, chalo, nice. Let's take some enlightenment. But his practices had gone down, almost like rock bottom. He was doing nothing. He was not doing any spiritual practice, no sadhana he was doing. So he asked this question, and the guru answered, well, confusion is a symptom that spiritual life is not your first priority. If somebody puts spiritual life as a first priority, the person cannot be confused, because confusion is andhakar, tamas, tamogun, and clarity is mode of goodness, sattva. So if you are confused in life, it means you are in tamagun, which means you are not doing activities which put you in sattva and shuddha sattva, spiritual practices. So you'll be confused. So that means you are not, you have thousand other things, but your sadhana has gone to the background. You know, it's like gone somewhere. It's not, you are not able to find where is it. So he was like, wow, and that was exactly what he was doing. He was putting his spiritual life at the back foot. He was not doing wrong activities, prohibited activities. He was not doing, but even then he was not doing what he should do. And then the guru told, you're not putting it as priority. So he told, if you put God as your last priority, then God will also put you as his last priority. And then when God puts you at his last, you know, then what happens? You are all by yourself. Then you are with the planets, right? Then the planets will decide, oh, dasha is good, give him, dasha is bad, kick him out. So yeah, along with astrology, I think spiritual practices are very important, because otherwise, they, like, I see people who are into tarot, astrology, numerology, palmistry. Yeah, they get depressed sometimes, because every day they are hearing, negative stuff from people. Mostly because otherwise, why will they come to you? Like, no, only sick people will go to doctors, right? So everybody has some sickness. Some have physical, some have mental. So they will go, and they may dump all this negativity, which is your job. It's your job to take the negativity and, like, try to see how you can help that person to cross over. Or the other extreme, oh, I made this prediction, everybody is praising me, okay, I'm the star, okay, like, I predicted this politician is going to win. Oh, all the followers are cheering, gearing, and putting me in the pedestal. From now only they are asking कि next election में कौन जीतेगा, ये बताइए, 10 साल बाद election होगा, 5 साल बाद, अभी आज ही बताइए कौन जीतेगा. They're like so much, they think you're like God. So either ways, depression and obsession over happiness, like, thinking very high of oneself. So these things can come. So we must do spiritual practices and remain grounded. And yeah, I think that will make our astrology journey worthwhile. Otherwise, there's no difference between you and yeah, IT engineer or a doctor, or maybe even with a criminal. There's no difference. Like, you just know something which others don't know. That's all. I mean, if you disassociate the humility part, the spiritual part, yeah, I mean, there are people who do all this, no, weather forecast. So you are doing a different forecast. You are predicting somebody's marriage. That's all. There's no difference. There's nothing great about it. And because most of the people don't know astrology or don't know how to predict, so you think you are a star. But it's just that if they learn in 6 months, they can also do it, or maybe 1 year. So you are not a star anymore. So yeah, like, be humble, be grounded, and do spiritual practices. I think, yeah, that has been my learning in the last 8 years. You can also add for sure.
No, absolutely. This is a wonderful talk that you have given. Your insights have been really wonderful. And actually, you have touched upon a very sensitive topic. I think everybody should learn from this, especially the ones who are expecting a lot from us. As astrologers, must know that, the dasha plays such an important role. So if your dasha is And our role actually, Babaji, starts only when, we have, people come to us once, they are so completely in water. They will come to us
Yeah,
when the problem is just crossed over their heads, and then they will come to the astrologer. And mostly I've seen people learning astrology because they are going through a lot of turmoil, emotional turmoil. Why I'm not getting a job, why I'm not getting children, why I'm not getting a house, why I'm not getting overall happiness. So they come to the astrologer seeking that, oh, maybe, there's a magical wand with us that we'll just use it and we'll just rotate everything and the horoscope will change and their life will change. That is only the Brahma who has, कहते हैं ना, ब्रह्मा के गर्भ में ही सब कुछ है.
correct.
So we are just simply, we are also human beings, nothing more than that. Of course, we try our best in our own capacity to help you all. And um, being spiritual is also, I think, your own dasha will tell you. If
Yeah.
it is a tough dasha, you will know that, yes, that's the right path. So
Mhm.
don't wait for that, what you rightly mentioned, don't wait for that time, the wheel of time goes up and down.
Yeah,
When it is up,
yeah,
use it.
yeah, yeah.
Use it. Make the best use of that time.
Correct, correct.
And I've learned it very hard way. Not easy. The life has been really tough and rough.
Mm.
And though I did not choose astrology as my subject, I did not choose it like I because I was suffering or something. No, I
Uh-huh.
was somehow, it just happened to me.
Naturally.
So it just happened. Like I was as if, the chosen one, I felt.
Oh, okay.
None of my family members was into it. None of the lineage, in fact. So if you are, dasha change, time change, people change. Dasha change, people change. So if it is a good dasha, I think you should help others. At least if you're earning 10 rupees, $10, at least 50 cents or 1 rupee you should
Yeah,
donate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
दान
yes.
धर्म, उससे
Correct.
ऊपर कुछ नहीं. So you should donate, you should help everyone, and be humble, what Bhabajeet rightly mentioned. And we all have learned it. Like, it is not an overnight thing, and we are imparting what we have learned. We are just trying to tell, if you want to learn astrology, if you want to get into astrology subject, you need to be more humble and spiritually inclined also. It's applicable to one and all, of course. It's not just because we are astrologers, we are talking big or we are talking like this. See, spirituality also has a different definition, Babaji, isn't it? Everybody has their own definition for spirituality. I
Correct.
meditate every morning, and I'm very pious and I'm very spiritual. Some people say, I don't harm anybody, I'm very spiritual. मैंने किसी का बुरा नहीं किया. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very spiritual. Some people say, मैं रोज अगरबत्ती करता हूँ. I'm very spiritual. कहते हैं ना ऐसा?
Correct.
Isn't it?
हाँ, बोलते बोलते.
So everybody has their own definition. This is your personal thing. Spirituality is something very personal. It's just that people have given tags, names, and they have their own definitions to it. So you opt your own spirituality. You opt. You have that choice, of course. Everyone has a choice. Till the time you're doing the right thing, not harming anyone, till the time you're on the right path, that too you have to decide which is the right path.
Correct.
Society has set norms. Okay, this is right, this is wrong, this is not to be done. You can't just go and have murder someone and on Wednesday. No, Tuesday I don't, because Tuesday is Bhagwan ka din.
हाँ,
I worship Hanuman ji.
मंगलवार.
Mangalwar hai. So you can't do, on Tuesday, but you can do it on Wednesday. So that is not right. No? You are not having non-vegetarian food on Tuesday, but you are having it on the next day also. So see, that's something personal. I don't want to go there. But I'm
Mm.
just trying to say that whatever you do, you maintain the sanctity, and
हाँ,
especially,
correct.
yeah, and whatever is the time period, dashas change, people change. So, theek hai. You should flow with the flow. There are a few questions, Babajeet, for you, I guess. Can you just look at the chat, or should I just read it out for you?
Okay, I can read.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, first of all, for your beautiful wishes. And
Sorry, I don't know where the questions are coming. Okay, or maybe you
uh,
can just ask. Maybe if you.
yeah, no, they are all very happy with the collaboration. I said, no, this is Babajeet's, he's really, made time for this channel. Thank you so much, Babajeet.
My pleasure.
And everybody is happy to have you here, see you here.
Thank you.
And please give a remedy for Venus, Mahadasha, and Sun Antardasha.
Well, this question is like asking. I am born in Uttar Pradesh, and yeah, my neighbor is from Kerala. So what will happen in my life? It's like that. So whoever has asked this question, you need to understand. You have a chart. So in the chart, if you plan to do remedy for every planet, every conjunction,
Hmm.
it's a royal recipe for disaster because
Yeah,
because
that's true. That's true.
because see, at the end you cannot do 10 remedies.
Hmm.
You can't even do like 4 or 5 remedies every day. It's very difficult. One or two, maximum 3 remedies. Like you want to chant mantras, okay, 2 or 3 mantras every day you can chant. But if I tell you, chant 5 mantras every day, very difficult. You may do it for 6 months. I'm not saying you can't do it, but can you do it for 60 years? Right? That's the question. So, whenever you are asking of remedies, please understand. So, when you have asked Sun Venus conjunction, there is an inherent assumption in you that this is a bad conjunction. And
Hmm.
for you, certainly it is bad. That is your assumption, right? Which may or may not be the case because if in your chart your fifth house is strong, your Venus is reasonably strong, you have a good D9, then this is a good combination for creativity. But suppose you have a bad horoscope, like bad horoscope in the sense for this particular placement, like for example, your Lagna Lord is not very well placed, your fifth Lord is in debility, then this can be a tough placement for you. So then you might need to do certain remedies, and the remedies will also depend on two things like, is it very bad that you have to do it for your rest of your life? Or is it, yeah, you just need to do it in Venus Dasha or Sun Dasha? So, therefore, only an astrologer can answer this after analyzing your chart, your total chart, your complete chart. And when I say chart, I don't just mean the things I said now. I don't mean Lagna Lord, fifth Lord, and Sun, Venus, D9. I don't mean that. I mean your overall chart, your entire chart. So after watching the entire chart, the astrologer should try to find out what is the trouble that you are facing in life. And so that those remedies should be focused on that particular trouble which is indicated by more than 2 3 planets. It will never happen that okay, 1 or 2 planets are indicating something and it is bothering you very bad. It will never happen. If something is bothering you very bad, for example, somebody has a very bad marriage, they are on the verge of divorce, so it will never ever happen that yeah, 1 or 2 planets are saying there's divorce. No, it will never happen. It will always be 4 or 5 planets are saying, there is divorce, there could be divorce. So then you need to see, is it like totally fatalistic that divorce will happen, or can it be saved? So it is very specific because see how many people in this world have Sun Venus conjunction, right? So there cannot be one remedy for everybody. So my request is, whoever has asked this, please check your chart in detail. Either do it yourself or with a good astrologer or with Vanita ji. And of course, then you can know
Hmm.
what does my overall chart says, and then you
Hmm.
do the remedies. Okay, all the best.
Hmm. Yeah, and any which ways, Venus would be either in the previous house or in the next house or conjunct Sun.
Yeah,
So it is in a way, in a natural zodiac, if you know that Venus and Sun, this is a niche bhanga. So
yeah,
don't dread this. So no
yeah,
need to
yeah,
do the remedy. It's just that you can simply just, um, uh, do good to the female counterparts in your family,
Yeah,
and don't be too dominating, don't be too authoritative.
yeah,
Simple behavioral changes, if you can make small behavioral changes. It depends what dasha you're in. See, even if it is a dasha of the worst planet, you can make behavioral changes. That is something I have realized over a period of time, that even if you're not doing mantra donations, anything, you can simply just make small changes in your life. Getting up early, surya argya. If you can't do it, at least, look at the sunrise every day.
correct.
That you're sorted for life. Simple
Correct.
behavioral changes, patterns, you will know that, okay, I can manage this. So this
Very
is
true.
what, I would say. Why Shukram gets Ucham in Guru house? One is Raja Guru, another is Asura Guru. But how it's Ucham here in Meenam? You mentioned about Venus exalted, so that is why they've asked.
Aha, okay, very good. So basically, Venus is planet of love. But nowadays, whenever we think of love, the thing comes, oh, romance is involved in that. So this anomaly arises because nowadays Venus has been converted to a very Rahuish planet. Like, oh, this pleasure, enjoyment, and all this. How the hell is it going to Jupiter's house to find exaltation? But actually, if you traditionally read, uh, Venus is not like that. Venus certainly shows married life, but it is like proper marriage. It is not like live in, or you are staying, 3 weeks with somebody and pushing off. So even if you take even if you take something like marriage, like long term marriage, or let's assume the only marriage in your life. So Jupiter is the planet of spirituality. So any material desire that you have has to be ultimately channelized in your spiritual life, and only then you will also remain happy materially. Not, I'm not talking of spiritual happiness here. Even to be happy materially, like let's take an example. If somebody is staying, uh, every 3 months they are changing their partner, okay. Today I'm with him, her, then oh, I don't like, oh, then somebody else, oh wow, there's a new person, let me try with that person. So this is like you are doing anti-Jupiterian activities because you are breaking dharma there. But now, can you say, oh, my spiritual life is bad? No, first your material life is gone, your mental health, your material existence. Like every 3 months, 6 months you are with somebody else, so like there is no deeper connection, there's no substance. So even materially you are miserable. So Venus as a planet of, uh, if you want to say, like, love, romance, whatever, so even for that you need to have a spiritual focus, because that is why the word vivaha, that is marriage, which is Venus basically, that the word itself means, if you break it, it is, V and Vaha. It is like a Vahan to go towards Vishnu. It's a vehicle to go towards the Supreme. So for that, you need to have spiritual maturity. You need to do spiritual practices, not by yourself, by not by sitting alone in the corner of a house, not like that. You have to do it with your spouse together. You are growing together as a one unit. Because of that, there is maturity. So when you do that, then you realize, okay, I can keep aside my differences with him or with her, and because we have a common goal. Otherwise, nowadays what is happening, people have no common goal. They will say, oh yeah, yeah, we have common goal, we want to become a millionaire couple, we want to become power couple. But this is nonsense. This is not your common goal, this is your individual goal, which you are, apparently it looks like, it's a common goal. Okay, it is not. Because that is why there are so many divorces, separation, and all this, because people have no common element in them. Even if they are highly compatible, they have very high chemistry, okay, but they still separate because they feel our paths are not aligning now. So the more you take spiritual life as your purpose, the more even your mundane material life, your or so-called married life, that will also run good. Otherwise, you are seeing what is happening. Yeah, like astrologers, we keep doing, like breakup cases, divorce cases, and there's no change. Every day it's getting worse, right? So, yeah, extramarital affair, or even if there is no affair, but still people can't tolerate. Like, they can't tolerate each other. That is why they have started new trends nowadays, like what is that? Married but separated. Like, they are married but they stay in separate homes. Okay, so what is this? This is not marriage. So don't say you are married, you are separated. Or they have this, like married but sleep divorce. They sleep in two different rooms, something like that. So something like similar to that, because people are not able to tolerate. And when can you tolerate somebody? When you know that there is something bigger in our life than we both. So then you are like, okay, it's okay, let's tolerate. Okay, because not because for the you cannot tolerate somebody for the sake of tolerating. It is not possible. If you are tolerating somebody, oh, yeah, let's just tolerate. It might have worked 100 years back. Now it does not work. Like, if you see people like, yeah, 100 years back, oh, just tolerate. Tolerate, just stay. It worked, but now it does not work. Why? Because tolerance without a higher purpose, which is Jupiter, is not worth, like, why should I tolerate? Like, there's no logic, right? But if you have a higher purpose, which is Jupiter, you means both together, then you can have fulfillment of your marriage. Otherwise, it's the way 2025 is going. It's like, going downhill. Like, really, people are not able to find somebody. Even if they find, they are not able to stay committed to that person. And even if they are committed, they are not able to convince the other person to marry them. Can you believe it? How bizarre it is? And even if they are married, they are getting divorced. So it's like, a crocodile, snake, and a tiger is waiting, every step like that. And why all this is happening? Because mundane pleasure, material pleasure, that has become the new god. People say, God has gone to background. No, the God is the same, but we have started worshipping a different god, right? The Rahu type godly behavior. So we want enjoyment, this, that. So because of that, not only your spiritual life, your material life is also ruined. So therefore, Venus cannot be in any other sign. It has to be in the sign of Jupiter. And within Jupiter also, of course, we have Sagittarius, but Sagittarius is more of like rules, regulations, the Vaidhi Bhakti, that style. And Pisces is showing detachment, and it shows we do things because we should do, even though we don't like it at times. And without that, married life cannot sustain. I mean, yeah, it might have sustained 100, 200 years back, but now it will not sustain.
Well done. Very, very well answered. Actually, I always say that Venus minus lust is Jupiter.
Hmm.
And also, Venus can only bring the dead to life.
Yeah, Sanjeevani, yes.
Sanjeevan. So he exalts them. Simple one.
Nice, nice.
Okay, so the next one is I have a question about the business names. Any advice? So we'll take only one or two more questions
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we'll
two
just,
more is fine.
yeah. So I have a question about business names. Any advice on how to name? Should we base on nakshatra or any specific planet or lord? Dhanyavad. Simple.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, nakshatra, and depends on what your business is about.
Yeah, exactly. What is your business about? Where the planets are placed? How is it forming? What time period you are running right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it's not a yoga which is there for your business to prosper. So why to any name would not work.
Yeah, yeah,
Any
yes, yes.
any planet which is very strong also will not help.
Yeah.
I think.
So
What do you think,
yeah,
Babaji?
absolutely. So I would say 99% is your chart, and all this name
Chart.
and all does not
Yeah.
matter. Although that is so much
It's a
hyped
very
and
specific question, actually. Yeah.
yeah,
Very specific
so much
question.
hyped that people think, oh, just change the name, it will just fall in line. It does not work like that. So I would say it depends on your business, but
Hmm.
apart from that, you also check your chart and your dashas, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One last question is what happens when Venus is exalted in D1, debilitated in D9? It's a general question. Good.
Mhm.
When it is exalted in D1
Yeah.
and debilitated in
So
D9.
if,
Yeah.
if it is exalted in the D1 and yeah, in the D9 it is debilitated. So yeah, there could be many implications. One of the implications is I have seen is they will tend to say things like, I am spiritual but not religious. Okay.
Hmm.
So what happens is they have this spiritual bent of mind at times, most of the
Hmm.
times. But if in the D9 it is not well placed, it means they have done some superficial spiritual practice. Sometimes they've gone to some satsang program, they've listened to somebody, or sometimes they have gone to some tirth yatra pilgrimage and all this they've done, but they have not done any spiritual practice consistently,
Yeah.
and that has not had any transformation in their life.
Hmm.
So because of that, what happens is your spiritual awareness is a bit hollow, I would say. And you may not like structure and all these things when it comes to spirituality. So for you, the only again, if somebody asks what is a remedy, the only remedy for this is do more spiritual practices, because the D9 will show who you are internally. So if internally it shows Venus is in a bad dignity, then it's very simple. Internally you are not spiritual. So it's like saying there is a statement, uh, don't believe in people's words. Believe in their actions. Actions will tell who they are, and words tell who they want to be. So I think this is a classic case where you want to be spiritual or you want to be good to your spouse, but you may not be good. So yeah, like,
Yeah.
be a good spouse if you are married. And
Hmm.
in regards to spirituality, yeah, do spiritual practices, do it regularly. It's the same with every other planet, even if Jupiter is exalted but in debility in the D9, or it's Saturn or Sun or whichever any planet. The rule is the same. Internally, there is hollowness if there is debilitation in the D9.
Yeah.
So, what you say and what you do does not match. This is what it means. So, people might accuse you of being a hypocrite at times, because
Hmm.
they can see, like, you go, like, suppose a man has this, and yeah, he's like, doing a lot of pomp and show, going to spiritual communities, like
Hmm.
taking selfies, making reels and all. But then inside, the spouse, the wife knows, oh yeah, he's the least spiritual person. But at least because of the exaltation, you are going. At least if that was not
Hmm.
there, that also would not be there. You would sit in a bar or pub, okay.
Hmm. I
So
agree.
keep going, keep going, keep going, keep doing. Someday,
One fine day,
yeah, the
it will
words
trigger.
and your words will match with your actions. So the best thing to do is to keep doing. And if you are not in a position, then, like, if your spiritual consciousness is very low,
Hmm.
don't advise others, like, oh, do this practice, that practice, because then people may feel like you are really being a hypocrite. Because people are still okay, they will not call you a hypocrite if you are but not bothering them. But the day you start telling others, like, like, if you are eating meat, and you tell somebody, and you are telling the whole world, no problem. But if you tell your friend, hey, why are you eating, you should stop, then he'll be like, oh, have you stopped it? No, then don't play the game with me, right? So yeah, if you have some basic level of discipline and sadhana, then it's okay. But if you are like, yeah, depending on your chart, overall chart, of course, if things are not good, you are lacking spiritual discipline, So you can make reels, no problem. But don't give personal one-on-one advice. That will backfire.
Yeah, that's a wonderful answer again. So I think we have taken almost all the questions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Babajeet, and congratulations to you also on completing 8 years. I must say, same to you. And thank you for being a part of my life, a very integral part, in fact, of my life.
My
Thank you
pleasure, my pleasure.
so
Thank you
very
so much.
much for making time in your busy schedule. And, I know. So we meet when we go to India. Maybe around that time, I'll also be
Sure,
visiting. So
sure,
see you
sure.
there.
Good, good.
Okay,
That's
thank you
very
so
good.
much, everyone, for being here. And just shower your love and blessings to both of us as ever you have been doing. Thank you so much for being a part of my um, 8 years of journey on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. God bless.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Babaji. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.